To be or not to be, to say or not to say, to judge or to ask questions, to demand or just to chill. That's the kind of feeling that we have this week. Hello and welcome to our energy briefing. This is not a horoscope, this is energy briefing. We read the energies, not the future. And the more we see the energies, the more sovereign our choices become. My name is Natalie Ava. Let's explore. So, this week feels like you're at the party, a very long party, and then suddenly the lights are on, and you're like, oh wow, are these the people here, people in front of me, people here at the party? Wow, didn't notice that before. Let's get into some clarity, some relationship clarity. This week is about relationship clarity, especially clear may become things that started with new moon in Libra, which was 6 months ago. And that's the atmosphere of this week. We want clarity towards the week, towards the weekend, around Thursday. Very interesting day to work on ideas, on different ideas. And there are some clouds. There are some emotional clouds coming, coming closer to the weekend. The idea behind, first of all, on Monday in the evening, we have Venus switching from Aries to Taurus. What does that mean? All things which are about our relationships, about our finance, about just like all things that we actually like and the choices that we make, they're going from Aries to Taurus. This means that the energy becomes a little less pushy. It's a little less about I want it all and I want it now, towards more comfy things, some questions about do I really want this? Is this where we're really going? Did it happen to you in the past weeks that you were pushing on certain contracts, pushing on certain meetings? Come on, let's go. We need to agree. Yes, 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 sign this kind of energy. So this is now ciao cacao. So now we're getting into Taurus, now we're getting into more grounded energy, and we're actually asking ourselves question, what do we need this for? Is this comfortable to us? And we are becoming less aggressive and less pushy in everything which is about relationships. And then at the same time, there is the full moon in Libra coming up on April 2nd, on April 2nd around 4 a.m. Munich time. And if there is something for you to clarify in your relationships this week, maybe this is the right time to say things. To say them, though, in a specific way. Maybe less judging, more asking questions, maybe more diplomacy and balance than finger pointing who did what or who didn't do what. Because the danger of getting into this mode is pretty high. And the reason for this is that on Friday, right after the full moon in Libra, we have Venus square Pluto, and this is the storm moving into the relationships. And Pluto is about control, is about transformation, is about power, is about jealousy also, if you want, sometimes or most of the times. And so feelings, and Venus is about relationships. So feelings and relationships face square. Square is a high tension aspect in astrology, and it might be that you may feel a little bit less tolerating in your relationships and with people around you. Friday is not a day to have a big conversation. Definitely not. What is also very interesting this week, and I would say this is my favorite. This is my favorite for this week, definitely. On Thursday morning, like until 12 p.m. Munich time, around this time, there we have a really, really beautiful trine between Mercury and Jupiter. What does this mean? So we have our cognitive capacity, we have our ideas, we have our conversational skills, we have our capacity to agree on something, to discuss something, and they meet a very and they may trine in Jupiter, which is very powerful in the position where it is right now. So our communication, our thinking, they're sort of like connecting the dots. Yes, connecting the dots. And real insights, real insights, nice ideas, nice thoughts. This is a beautiful, beautiful aspect for this week. The idea might feel slightly bigger than it really is. Mm, It doesn't mean, though, that it's not a nice idea. So, Thursday morning are all ideas worth writing down. Oh, yes. And then towards the end of the week, we have, so it's like on Friday, we have some emotional clouds, and it might be that things you haven't said, you still want to say. You're like, now I'm going to say it. I don't know. I don't know. And this is like a really, really deep emotional current. It's like real pressure. From the positive side, it gives some confidence boost, and you feel like unstoppable and you can do anything. Well, yeah, okay, sure. If you need this kind of energy, use it. However, it's great to double check if you're really capable of what you think you're capable when it comes to Friday. Maybe another thing which is not about this week, but it's rather to prepare for the upcoming months. April is a really big deal. There is no retrograde planets. Nothing is stopping us, and all the planets, everything, except Venus, who just moved to Taurus, they're coming into Aries, and it means that the energy, that the potential, that the Veni Vidi Vici energy is accumulating itself, and it's growing and it's growing and it's growing. And Aries is the energy of impulse, is the big start, is the big shift. And this is very rare that we don't have anything retrograde in 1 month, that we have Aries. It's not any other sign, it's this sign to start and to do things. New moon in Aries upcoming on the 17th of April. So if you're in the middle of this video and made it here, bonus, bonus for you. And get ready for the new moon in Aries on the 17th of April. This will be really interesting. If you're preparing something and you're like, oh, to start or not to start, to do or not to do, to do in April, and right now, very big potential that things will grow. Just saying. Pareto choices. Pareto choices. So what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, full moon is in Libra. It's more about softness. The downside of it can be, of course, some indecisiveness. You're like, oh, I want to say or I don't want to say. In the end of the day, you don't say anything and nothing is happening. From the other side, there is a high potential to actually clarify your relationships, transform them, find diplomacy, and to find some win-win situation for both of the sides. Useful Pareto choice this week would be to rather ask questions instead of being judgmental, to rather being soft and understanding the other side instead of pushing and pressing and showing whose ego is bigger. And last but not least, towards the end of the week, especially on Friday, if something feels very urgent, like very urgent, most probably it's not that urgent. Most probably not. Maybe it's nice to wait until Saturday morning. And over the weekend we have, oh yes, we have Moon in Scorpio, some tension and more emotional clouds coming into our conversation. This is the weekend and this sort of emotional idea that whatever became clear, whatever is visible right now, can also be worth going inward and looking inside yourself and transforming emotionally inside instead of exploding tension, I would say. What else? What else? Yeah, that's pretty much what we have this week. So I wish you balance. I wish you diplomacy. I wish you clarity in relationships, as well as some comfort grounding coming already on Monday evening, doing grocery shopping of all sorts of yummy things. This is good timing. And it's good timing for the next upcoming months. Venus in Taurus loves this very much. What else can we do? We can embrace arts. We can embrace arts and all sorts of beautiful hedonistic activities if you want. See you next week.